In today's video, I want to talk about what I think are the 3 must-have tractor accessories for your tractor. Let's jump right into number 3. What I think is the number 3 accessory, or the number 3 must-have, is simply a wheel spinner. This wheel spinner is a cheap, inexpensive way to really get a lot of work done. This thing is designed to spin on a bearing, and so you can actually spin the knob here. And in today's tractors, all of them are equipped with power steering. You know, this really allows you to look behind you and still drive the tractor with ease. It kind of takes your mind off of it. Some people call them suicide knobs, some people call them spinner knobs. Whatever the case may be, it's a $7 to $10 accessory that I think is a must-have. Now, before we move on to number 2, what are some of the must-have accessories that you have on your tractor, or what do you think some of the must-have accessories are for people that are watching this video? Leave a comment below and let us know what you think. All right, let's move on to number 2. The number 2 must-have for your tractor is, you know, you've been out in the field all day working. You've been in the woods all day working. Sun is setting. What are you going to do? Are you going to continue to work, or are you going to go back to the barn? Well, you've got to have an option, and that's where the number 2 must-have comes into play. So you chose to stay out in the field. You chose to stay out in the woods, whatever the case may be. But now you got to get home. You know, it's getting dark, it's getting late, you got to eat supper, you got to get a shower, you got to take mama to Walmart, whatever the case may be, right? So you need to get back to the house. But sometimes the factory headlights on a tractor just don't produce enough light to get you home safely. What if you're going down the trail that you've been down 150 times and I'm just spitballing here, what if Chupacabra breaks out in front of you, right? What if he jumps out and runs and chases you on your tractor? How are you going to combat that? I'm going to tell you how you're going to combat it. You're going to combat it with the number 2 must-have. Bam! The LED light. The LED light is really a must-have for today's tractors. The factory headlights that they put on these things really just don't do enough to kind of get you all you need. And so I've seen people put them on the rollover protection system like I have mine. I've seen people add them to fenders, the little LED cubes. I've seen people put them on their buckets itself. But you know, if you want to see how bright the LED light makes everything, it's just crazy. It's so much more ability to get home safer and to stay out longer and get more work done. You can see how much brighter the LED light just makes your surroundings. So this is what the LED looks like on, again, I've got a 24-inch bar on a rollover protection system. So here's what it looks like. Here's what it looks like without it. Man, what a difference that makes, huh? Ain't that crazy? Anyway, so this is definitely the number 2 must-have. Hey, real quick, before we get to the number 1 choice, if you like videos like this, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because that would really help our channel out. Okay, let's get to number 1. The number 1 must-have tractor accessory for your tractor is the saw haul. The reason why I think the saw haul is the number 1 must-have accessory is because of the convenience. You know, you can go out into the woods, you can go out into the workspace, the job site, whatever the case may be, and you can not run over your chainsaw. You can not forget it. You don't have to tie it to a bucket. You don't have to bungee cord it to a bush hog. You don't have to strap it to your fender. This saw haul is an incredible product. And the guy who owns the company is a guy named Kenny Finley. He's out of Kansas, and he's an all-American guy. And you know, he saw a need, and he was like, you know what? I'm tired of running over my chainsaws. I'm tired of losing my chainsaws. I want to protect my investment. So he came up with this saw haul product, and it's really, really revolutionized the industry on how you carry chainsaws. You know, before we had the saw haul, we were doing things like putting it in our buckets. We were doing things like chaining it to our bush hogs and things like that. And a lot of people were running over their chainsaws. A lot of people were leaving chainsaws. How many of you out there, and be honest, how many of you out there got back to your place of, you know, your home or back to the barn and be like, doggone it, I forgot my chainsaw out in the woods? Some of you probably have done that in the past. Some of you I know, and Kenny Finley being one of them, have run over their chainsaws, hence the saw haul. I really do think it's the number one hands down, number one must have accessory for anyone who uses a chainsaw and drives a tractor. Those are my 3 must-have choices for tractor accessories. I hope you enjoyed this video. Now that we're equipped with our accessories, let's go to work.